Hello, and I'm still here in Hillsboro, but I wanted to talk about something the other day. This is kind of like something that doesn't have to do with my situation or homelessness. I follow a guy on Facebook. I've got some of his books. He's called Graham Hancock. He writes about, well, he doesn't write about ancient aliens. He doesn't believe in ancient aliens, and that's probably why he doesn't come out on that TV show. Basically, he believes that there were past civilizations in the Ice Age and stuff. And that's the reason for all the anomalies. And actually, I kind of agree with that more. I mean, I think if there is something going on, that it was probably just us in the past. We may have been more advanced in the past and something happened that we forgot or lost everything. I kind of agree with that. But anyway, getting back to Graham Hancock, he has a side that I want to discuss today. He's a bit of a drug advocate. And he says, he writes about how he's lived on pot, he's done drugs, he does ayahuasca, tried LSD, and all these drugs. And yet, he advocates that everybody should do drugs because they heighten your awareness. And it's heightened his awareness. I mean, he's made a living writing all these books about, possible past civilizations. But, see, my deal is, I'm well aware that there are some people, Graham Hancock included, they can do their drugs all night long. They can smoke their pot all night long and wake up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed in the morning, put in a full day's work, earn a lot of money, and go back to the cycle. There's like 2%, I don't know, a few percentage of people that can do this. Another guy I knew of in the past who was famous is a singer named, that name just went out. It always happens to me. Anyway. The guy up on the roof, and I'm a handyman. I'm your handyman. Anyway, him too. He was a huge heroin user. But one day, he decided, it's no good. I'm just going to stop. He stopped. He just decided one day that he was going to stop doing heroin, and he did. Now, like Graham Hancock, who says he stopped doing pot because he's getting old, they can do that. But, see, most people tried to do the drugs the amount these two guys did. They'd be flat on their ass, and they'd be gibbering with those guys that I saw up there in the Skidmore district. But, see, that's where I kind of frown on drug advocates, like Graham Hancock, because in his posts on Facebook, he's a huge drug advocate. Everybody should do drugs. Everybody should just be snorting, drinking down ayahuasca all night to get in touch with your inner shaman. Well, him, yeah, sure. He can do that. He's one of those very few people they have, I don't know what you would call it, immunity. But they can do that. They can just hammer down their drugs all night and not have a qualm. But most people aren't like that. And that's where, I don't know. What gets me is that they make these people believe they can do the same thing. That normal kids, normal everyday young people, everyday old people probably think, yeah, he's right, let's go do it. And then they go out and they hammer down 6 grams of whatever, and they end up dead. They end up living under the bridges I've seen. They ended up out here in the rain with me. I mean, because most normal people can't do that. And that's what really gets me about the drug advocates. Because they're encouraging people to do drugs. based on their own immunity. It's almost like that joke about Superman when he gets drunk, you know. He's like betting a guy, you know, they're just drunk at the bar. And it's like, I could go over that window, jump out, and I'll flip back in. And the drunk next to him says, no, you can't. He says, yeah, give you $10. So he goes, oh, right, $10. Guy goes to the window, jumps out the window, he floats back up. And the other guy goes, oh my God, I'm going to try that. The other drunk goes to the window, splat. The bartender goes up to the other guy and says, Superman, you're a mean drunk. And basically that's sort of like what's going on there. Anyway, I'm sure in our modern pervasive cultures that this is a very unpopular viewpoint, but I'm just saying, you know, most normal people can't do that. We can't do drugs at that level. And maybe, you know, as soon as I turn this off, I'm going to remember the name of that singer whose name just popped out of my head. And I'm going to want to do drugs. Okay. I will talk to you later. Have a good day. Bye.